Welcome back to Houston Life. KPRC2 is teaming up with Energy Transfer to highlight a local nonprofit organization making a difference in the community.
We are such fans of the Houston Area Women's Center, and they are this month KPRC2 Community Spotlight, the free services they provide to help victims of domestic and sexual abuse. Here now with a closer look at their mission and how you can help is CEO Emily Whitehurst. Emily, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, y'all. I appreciate it.
Well, you're always welcome here, and the Houston Area Women's Center has been part of our community for such a long time. Many of us forget that right here in our community, a lot of people are in really tough situations. And when women try to escape, this is often the most dangerous time in their lives.
It is. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I think sometimes in our culture we have a kind of an attitude of, well, why don't they leave, or why do they stay? And what I think we really want to make sure people understand is that it's when people leave that they're most in danger. So we really encourage people who are at a point where they feel like this relationship is abusive or it's not something that's sustainable for them, and they have some sense that they might be in danger. We really encourage them to visit our website or call our hotline, because we provide individualized safety plans, and those safety plans can save your life, especially if you have children or if there's a gun in the home. And in the last couple of years, we've seen an alarming spike. Homicides have doubled. Family violence homicides have doubled. So it's important that we develop a collective sense of awareness about what to do and how to support people and we probably all know people who are in relationships that could turn violent.
For a lot of people leaving, the financial burden is just too much to overcome. The Houston Area Women's Center, they offer free services to everyone that stops by. Can you tell us about what some of those services are?
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I do think people need to know that a lot of times people are making very rational economic calculations. If I leave and that means I'm homeless, what kind of a choice is that? Or I don't have access to housing or transportation. So it is important that people hear that we have a range of services: housing services, case management, counseling, and behavioral health, all free, all completely confidential. And we understand the connections between economic dependence and abuse versus economic independence and a life free from violence. So that's our goal. And you know, our privilege at the Houston Area Women's Center is to see the courageous survivors every day rebuilding their lives in the wake of horrific trauma. So it's a very hopeful organization, and we are daily inspired and privileged to be a part of that healing journey with the people who come to us.
Emily, we cover these tragedies on KPRC2 News every single day. I mean, it seems like there's another murder of a spouse, a romantic partner. And I think for anyone in this situation, as DP is talking about financial barriers, you're worried about the kids. Where am I going to live? The most important reminder is that all of those things, you can help people get a job. You can help them find a place to live. You can help them make money. You can't give them their life back if that is taken away from them.
Yeah, and you know, I think people get so adept and practiced at you know, mitigating the dangers and abiding and coping so they don't have an outburst, that sometimes people can lose track of how much danger they're actually in. And so again, our hotline or our website, we have a chat feature, www.hawc.org, allows an experienced, trained professional of our staff to talk through what's happening and really do a bit of a reality check with people about how much danger they might be in. We have a tool that can really assess lethality, like the likelihood you might end up in a very violent or lethal situation. We can kind of test that tragically, but honestly, helpfully. So we do encourage people to reach out, because sometimes you get so good at putting up just to keep on keeping on, and you may be in real danger.
Or you accept it as normal when it is absolutely not normal.
Yeah.
We do have, by the way, that number on your screen is 713-528-7273. And if you or someone you know is in a bad situation, pick up the phone and call, go online, because your life can get a whole lot better when you can get out of a horrible situation.
And help is available. People are not alone. Our trained advocates believe people when they call and provide unqualified support.
Emily Whitehurst, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks for your work.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Well, again, these resources are totally free. That hotline number to call is 713-528-2121. There is also that separate number for sexual abuse. And for more information, that website is always there online, hawc.org.